Hi, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to break down completely the immigration ban. I'm going to cover who is impacted, who is not impacted, what green card categories are impacted, what non-immigrant visa categories are impacted, because many of you guys actually posted valid questions. So stay tuned. Coming up. Alright guys, so I do have the overview here in front of me, so I'm going to be looking down and I'm going to be actually breaking down every single category for you, and so you guys understand the overview and you understand the complexity of the immigration ban. And if you have additional comments, you definitely want to post them below this video. Now, before I dive deeper, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button if you want to be notified every time I release new content. And these days I'm releasing content every second day. Also, you want to check out my Instagram account at ImmigrationBiz, because in that Instagram account I am actually sharing, especially in Insta stories, updates. So you want to stay updated and tuned. So let's get going. So as you know, the immigration ban was extended on 22nd of June, and the original immigration ban, I made a video, I'm going to link it for you, was issued for 60 days. This new ban extension is issued till end of this year, 2020. Possibility of extension is there. So let's dive deeper. So let's talk about the non-immigrant visas that are being added and impacted by this extension, or this new, if you will, immigration ban, whatever you want to call it. H-1B visas, you already are familiar with this one. H-2B visas, you are familiar with this one. L visas and certain J visas. Now, there are many of you guys who are asking me if student visa, F1 visa, is being impacted, and I will explain. Student visas are not being impacted, however, J1 visas are being impacted. So what are these J1 visas that are being impacted? So these are the visas for interns, trainees, teachers, camp counselors, au pairs, and those who are coming to United States under work and travel program. So these are being impacted. Now, keep in mind that if you are currently within United States already and you hold one of these visas in your passport, but you are in United States already, this is not concerning you. This is only concerning people who are outside of United States, who wants to go to the US consulate, stamp their passport and come to United States. These people cannot enter United States for the next 6 months. So this is the employment-based temporary non-immigrant visas that are being impacted. Now, in the next video, I will talk about what family members are being impacted. So if you have a family member that is currently outside of United States, you are in United States, and you want to bring them to United States, these people are being impacted. So in the next video, I will talk about the family members, especially when it comes to non-immigrant visas. Now, let's talk about the other visa categories, such as diversity green card lottery. Diversity visas are being impacted, okay? So this is actually affecting diversity visa green card lottery, and because this ban is in place till end of the year, usually the green card lottery is happening October, November each year. It looks like it's not going to be happening this year. So if you're waiting for a green card lottery, if you're waiting for the diversity visa lottery 2022, you will not be able to apply this year, based on my understanding. Okay, this is based on my understanding. Visas for victims of certain crimes are also being impacted. Now let's go back to the green card, the general green card, employment-based permanent immigrant visas. EB1 visas are impacted, EB2 visas are impacted. However, if you are in a category of national interest waiver, you are not being impacted. And I know this from my experience, because recently my office received the communication regarding EB5 national interest waiver, so these applications are being processed. Same applies to EB5 through investment. You already probably know that. EB3 visas, EB4 visas are also being impacted. Now, obviously, these are the immigrant visa categories that you are already familiar with. Now, let's go back and let's talk about the exemptions. So as I mentioned, EB5. EB5 is a green card through investment. It's a different visa than E2 visa. I talk a lot about E2 visa for entrepreneurs and investors. EB5 is a green card. There is obviously higher investment that you need to invest to US in order to create jobs, etc. Visas that are used by healthcare professionals are not being impacted, obviously. And then humanitarian visas are not being impacted, as well as visas such as F1, which is a student visa, H2A visas, and J1 visas for physicians, professors, university students, government visitors, scholars, and specialists, because these are actually exempt as well. So guys, this is the general overview. Now, I understand that it is rather complex for some of you because you do have many questions. You know, if I'm inside of the US, am I being impacted? Is the student visa being impacted? What if I'm outside of the United States, but I already have a stamp in my passport? Am I being impacted? These are all valid questions, and I totally understand. Well, like I said, you do want to go back to that playlist that I created for you, which is called Just Immigration Ban Playlist. And there are already several videos that will explain each situation, and I'm planning to make more videos. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about student visas, and there is also going to be a separate video where I'm going to talk about the family members of people who are being impacted. Okay, so for example, if you have H-1B visa and your spouse is outside of the US and wants to come back, what are your options? Okay. So this is something I will be covering in the next video, so you want to go back and check out the playlist, because the playlist has good information already included and I don't want to repeat myself. So that's that, guys. My solution for all this mess is to focus on creation of your own business. And this is something what I've done. You probably know my story. I couldn't find H-1B visa sponsor. After I graduated law school, became licensed attorney, I started my business, and then I got E2 investor visa, and I reinvented myself, and that's how I started to help other people. That's why I love E2 visa, because it's a different visa type, right? Now, by this immigration ban, 500,000 people are being impacted. It's a large number of people. Some of you might have a business idea. Some of you might have a little capital. So you want to go back and check my playlist, E2 visa, if that resonates with you. You also want to check the free webinar, how to get E2 visa to United States. Link is going to be below, and if you need consultation, there is also going to be a link below this video where you can book consultation with me. So that's that, guys. Stay tuned for next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe. See you soon.